Hello. All right, we are going to start dividing up. All right, let's say we have $12 that we are splitting up for three people. All right, for three people. How much is each person going to get? So you go ahead and set up your paper with me. All right, so over here, this is what your paper looks like. And we have our $12 that we are splitting up amongst three people. So that means we need to do 12 divided by 3. And we're trying to figure out what that is. Now, some of you may already know the answer, but you're not going to blurt it out. And we're going to make ourselves stronger by seeing a visual of what the answer looks like. All right? So when we're doing 12 divided by 3, we can actually follow this arrow and think about multiplication. We can think, well, what number 3 times makes 12? So if I put a 1 here, is that going to work? No. So you could do guess and check right here. Now we're going to practice using this division house, okay? And using what's called long division. So we're going to go ahead and set up this division. So the 12, the number we started with, goes on the inside. And we want to be nice and neat as possible. And we're dividing it amongst 3 people. Okay? Now, the 12 has how many number digits? It has 2. So, very neatly, you're going to put 2 lines above it. Those are our 2 place values. We have our 10s and our 1s. Now, are your lines matching up with those number digits? Because if they're not, erase it and start over. Try to be neat. All right? Now, this is the number that we're trying to think. What number times 3 will get us 12? Okay? So first, I'm going to start in this place right here. Okay? That place right there. Now, that's the tens place. So let's go over to this picture over here and say, yeah, in the number 12, we have a 10. So is each person, here's my 3 people, is each person going to have $10? Well, this person gets 10. This person gets 10. Or wait, that's not 10, is it? No. No, that wouldn't be fair if I give this person 10. So no, we can't even give everybody $10. No, that's not going to happen. So I'm going to go ahead and erase that question mark. Okay? And I'm going to say, no, this is not going to be a tens number. So now I have to think of a number less than 10. So going back over to my picture, okay, I'm not going to use this 10. I need to break it up. So I am going to break it up. Let's see if I can find that button. There we go. And now I'm going to say, all right, you get $1, you get $1, you get $1. Do I still have money left? Yeah. That's why I'm not going to put my answer as 1 over here, because I've only used $3. So I'm going to keep going. What if I give out $2 to each person? I still have dollars left over, because 2 times 3 people is $6. I'm trying to use all 12. Okay? So I split it up. I keep going. And I'm able to see that each person here is going to get how much money? Each person is going to get $4. So I'm going to go back over here and I'm going to go ahead and write that how many am I going to have for each person? 4. So 3 people and they each get $4. Look at that. 3 times 4 makes 12. So I'm going to put that under here. 12. Did we use all 12? Let's subtract and see. Do we have any money left to give out? No. Okay, so I'm able to say that 12 divided by 3 is 4. Why? Because 4 times 3 makes 12. Awesome. It actually works. Okay? All right, now let's step it up. Now, I'm stepping it up to here. Whoa, bigger number happening. Check it out. Instead of just $12, now we have 72. Now let's change the situation here. Let's say we have 72 people that are splitting up into groups of 3. How many groups of 3 are we going to be able to do out of 72 people? It's going to be a lot. So let's reset up our paper over here, okay? All right, so I'm erasing, and I'm going to start fresh. And I'm going to say we have 72 people splitting up into groups of 3. Is going to be what? I don't know. How many groups of 3 are we going to be able to make? Well, we can think about what? Multiplication. I can say what number times 3 will give me 72. Well, I know it's not 1. I know it's not 2. It's not 10. Is it 20? 30? Okay, you're already getting some ideas. So let's set up our division house. So what am I going to put on the inside? The first number we started with, 72, and we're writing really neatly. And we're dividing it into groups of 3. And now I check and say, how many number digits do I have in the number 72? I have 2. Cha-ching. I'm ready to go. All right. Okay, now I'm going to start in the tens place, the highest place value right here. I could just start by putting a 1. But that 1 is really a 10, isn't it? Okay. So I'm going to go over to the picture over here and say, will everybody get to have a 10? So now let's go over here. I'm going to go, okay, a 10 for you, a 10 for you, a 10 for you. Oh, look at that, it worked. But do I have enough to give another 10 to every group? I think I do. Wowza. Do I have enough to give another 10? No, doesn't work out. So let's go back over here. What am I going to end up putting in this tens place? That 3 over here, you see it right here, I split it into 3, right? How many groups of 3 was I able to put over here? Well, I was able to put over, here is 1, let me look at it. 1, 2, I'm not going to count these all like that because that's going to take forever. 3, 4, 5, 6, okay, we know that's 10, 20. We were able to do 20. So I'm going to change this to not a 1, which is a 10. I'm going to change it to a 2 because that's 20. Okay, I was able to make 20 groups of 3, which makes a total of how many people? Not 72. How many is this all together? That's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. That's 60. Because if I come back over here, 20 times 3 is equal to, well, 2 times 3 equals 6. And then I have my 0. So that's 60. So underneath the 72, I'm not going to write 72. I'm going to write that I've used 60 so far. Okay? Now, how many do I have left? How many people are left? So I go ahead and subtract, and maybe you'll get that answer before I do. There we are. I got 12. Now let's check and see if that's true over in our picture. Is that what I have left over up here? Oh my gosh, it is. That makes me so happy. Yes. All right, now, can I take my 12 and divvy that up into groups of 3 over here? Heck yeah. How many more groups of 3 am I going to be able to make out of 12? Now hold on. Does that 12 seem familiar? Did we do that one earlier? Did we already do 12 divided by 3? I think we did. That's cool. All right, let's do this. All right, so I know I'm not going to pass out a 10 here, so I need to split that up, right? And then I start saying, all right, I can make, here's another group of 3 people. There's one group of 3 people. Here's 2 groups of 3 people. How many is it going to be? 3 groups of 3 people. And then 4 groups of 3. So how many more groups of 3 are we able to make out of 12 people? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I go back over and I say, yeah, I'm able to make 4 more groups of 3, which makes a total of how many people being used? 12. So I'm going to go ahead and write that underneath. So I'm going to scroll down a little bit and I'm going to write 4 groups of 3 was 12. And how many people are left? None. Isn't that a happy thing? No one's left out. So what is our answer after you've done all that work? How many groups of 3 can we make out of 72 people? A lot. Did you see it? Can you write it before I do? Because it is the number 24. So then I check it, right? And I say, okay, well, if that's true, then 24 times 3, 24 groups of 3 should give us 72. Now, if you scroll all the way to the bottom, not scroll, just look at the bottom of your document, it says, check it. Oh yeah, just do it. Check it. How can we check it? By actually doing the multiplication. So let's do on the back 24 times 3 and see if we actually get 72. Okay? All right, now, if the 2 wasn't there, we would just have 3 times 4. Okay? Yeah, simple. 3 times 4. 3 groups of 4. We've done this a lot already. That's 12. Okay? But that's not all there is. There was also a 2 up here. Okay? So the 3 needs to be multiplied with the 4, but then it also needs to multiply with this 2. Now that 2 is really a 20, because that's 2 tens. So what is 3 times 20? Well, 3 times 2 is 6, and then I put a 0 with it, so that's 60. And when I add that together, what do I get? Oh my gosh, 72. Is that good? Is that what we wanted? Yes, that's what we wanted. Now some of you are like, no, I don't like doing it that way, okay? You'd rather use the standard algorithm instead of showing the parts. These are the parts, the partial products. You just want to get straight to the answer product. So you can do that. You could do your 3 times 4 is 12. But instead of writing the entire number down there, I'd take this 1, which is really a 10, and put it up and regroup it in the tens spot right here. Okay? It's kind of like addition. And now I proceed. Now I'm going to do 3 times 2, remembering that that's 2 tens, and I get 6 tens plus 1 more 10. So I had 6 tens, add 1 more, now I have 7 tens. And 7 tens, if I put it right here, is 70, which is why it just goes in front of the 2. So I can do it either way, all right? In 5th grade, you're going to lean towards this way, all right? All right, way to go, you guys.